My ambition is to win multiple Champions Leagues in more than one country. Everton as a football club is massive, and I probably didn't realise how big until I joined the club. I think back to like when I was an accountant. I never hated my job, but I never jumped out of bed in the morning. Now I'm probably overly obsessed about my job. Doing something that you love makes a massive difference to your everyday life. I think just being enthused by every single day. Yeah, you'll have bad days, you'll have low points, but you know when it comes down to it, you still go to bed looking forward to the next again day. And I think that's the biggest thing about football management. It's constantly challenging, and sometimes it can feel very, very lonely, but I think the satisfaction you get out of it is huge. I think I've evolved, and I think I'm a completely different coach, manager, leader than I was when I first started. One of the biggest influences for me was doing my football management diploma. I think you learn a lot about yourself, and I think you're very aware of how you come across, about how you speak to players, about how you lead a group of staff. So I think I've evolved. I don't think I've changed because I felt I've needed to change, but I'm always looking to sort of improve myself. There's certain values and principles you've got as a person that I always take into clubs. And day one, we always talk about standards. We talk about humility, we talk about being a team player, we talk about hard work, we talk about players taking ownership and being accountable. So I think those are messages I would take into every single club. I think we're always trying to find that little magic ingredient that's going to get the best out of a player. As I say, sometimes it's different methods with the same player, sometimes it's different methods with different players. So yeah, I think you've got to be adaptable. I don't know, hairdryer treatment is probably my style. Maybe some players would disagree with that, I don't know, but yeah, I think you've got to be able to do both, but make sure that it's relevant and not just doing it for effect. The hardest thing is knowing that you can never please everyone all the time. So you've got a group of between 20 and 23 players, you build relationships with them, you get to like them, and you know that every week you're disappointing some of them. And I think you constantly come into work every day trying to make everybody enjoy their job, and it's not always possible because of the team that you choose on a Saturday or a Sunday. So I think that's the hardest thing, and I think it's a conscious thing that you have to do, but you have to be comfortable feeling lonely at times. You take a lot of the pressure from your staff and from your players, and you just have to deal with that yourself. And it's difficult, but again, I think it's rewarding, because if you get through those periods and the others around you are not affected, I think that's just part and parcel of football management. I think you've got to deal with that, and although it's difficult at times, and sometimes I think it can have a knock-on effect to your family. The amount of team talks you take as a manager and how every single one of them is different, it's quite incredible when you think about it. You can make reference to similar things. You can use repetitive slides. So we've got some values, we've got some behaviours that we expect to see from the players every game, every day, and we'll use them every week. Sometimes you'll spend a minute talking about it. Sometimes it'll be 5 seconds. So there's a little bit of repetition in terms of the messages you're giving to them. But yeah, every team talk's got to be different, and that can be a challenge sometimes. Ultimate ambition as Everton manager is, my ambition is to win multiple Champions Leagues in more than one country. So my challenge, I suppose, to the club is how close can we get to that before one outgrows the other. So either the club are growing and I'm not good enough and I'll put my hands up, or I'm growing quicker than the club and the club get to a level where they say, you know, this is us, we're challenging the top half of the table. I would like to think it'll be a journey that both will go on at the same time. It's unrealistic to think we're going to finish top 2 this year, without a doubt, but I would never put a cap on this squad's potential, because who knows where they can get to, because it's a really talented group, and the club are really supportive in terms of me strengthening that group further in January and next summer. I'd love to win a trophy with the club, be that the league, be that the cup. I think as the Champions League grows to 3 teams qualifying, that becomes a little bit more of a realistic aim, the top 3 rather than the top 2. Everton as a football club is massive as well, and I probably didn't realise how big until I joined the club. So yeah, It's hard because the game is constantly evolving, so definitely want to win some sort of silverware for the club.